All Animal Rescue is a loving charity organisation that's main aim is to rehome abandoned animals of all shapes and sizes. It all started because of Sarah Mills's passion for animals.
We set up at the end of 2008 because there was a lack of local rescues in the area. We basically take in animals from all across the UK, from social services, the police, local pounds, from people who can no longer keep their animals. And we take them in, rehabilitate them, and find them new homes. We have the foster families. They are incredibly hardworking. We could not do it without them. Karen is one of our main foster parents, along with Claire, and they are just fantastic.
We think it's been about 18 months we've been fostering dogs for Sarah and Ross. Started quite accidentally, really. We've got 6 dogs of our own, 5 of which have come through All Animal Rescue, as in come in and not really gone back out again, so they've stayed. So we've got quite a house full. Quite often people phone up Sarah and say that they've got an animal that needs rehoming for whatever reason. Hence, that's why we've got 2 goats. We've also got 2 sheep, geese, ducks, chickens, pigs, all sorts of things.
Although Sarah's aim is to rehabilitate and rehome animals, some became so special to them that they just couldn't let go.
We've had some sort of very poignant rescues, Billy being one of them, one of mine from many years ago. He was from a dog fighting ring in Portsmouth. Unfortunately, they use dogs like Billy here as what they call bait dogs or blood dogs. These are chucked in with a fighting pit bull, and essentially he's very easy to kill. And this gives the pit bull confidence, so that when he goes up against another pit bull, he is ready for the fight. So these are just put in to be killed, essentially. Luckily for Billy, the police raided this dog fight, and he managed to get pulled away from the pit bull before he was killed, and this is how he came into us. I ended up keeping him. I was a volunteer at a rescue where he was brought into. He had many issues. He'd become very scared of other dogs and would appear aggressive towards them. It was a sort of kill or be killed attitude. And it took me many years to rehabilitate him. So I ended up keeping him. It took him a long time to heal from his wounds. He had 372 stitches. He had cigarette burns across him. So it took a long time to get him to heal, for me to train him not to attack other dogs. So by that time I'd got so attached to him, I ended up keeping him.
Another story close to the heart of All Animal Rescue is the story of Buddy, a Whippet cross lurcher who didn't have the easiest start to life.
This is Buddy. He came into the rescue quite a long time ago. I think he's about 6 months old when he came in. He'd been found tied in a kitchen, and a lady who come home from work, I don't know what kind of stressful job she had, take it out on the dog. Also stub her cigarettes out on him. He's got a few scars that, because the hair won't grow back where it's been burnt. Anyway, the dog was taken away from her. It was late. She was later diagnosed with schizophrenia, so it wasn't totally her fault. So Buddy had quite big issues about being touched. We just lost our older lurcher a few weeks beforehand to cancer, and I said I didn't want any more lurchers because they can be a bit of a pain. So I, not curious Buddy, didn't actually want to keep Buddy, but Terry did. He saw him as a bit of a challenge, and I'm glad he did, because he's turned into an absolutely cracking dog. He's really, really intelligent, and he's just great with all the other foster dogs. We're very lucky.
Buddy and the rest of the dogs were due for their annual checkup with the vet at Pets at Home, who work closely with All Animal Rescue, helping out when and where they can.
They give us such a huge discount and allow us to have a horrendous bill with them, which is amazing. We have the lovely Pets at Home that sponsor us. They will give us their ripped bags of dog food. They will do collections for the charity. They run a support adoption scheme. So when you go in and they ask you to round to the pound, that extra bit of money goes into their support adoption scheme, and that can go towards a vet bill or a specific animal.
For most of the dogs, this checkup was not a problem. In fact, some even enjoyed it. But for Buddy, it was clear that he is still scarred from the trauma that he suffered in his earlier life. Although this may have looked distressing, Buddy has come on leaps and bounds since his time with Karen. Seeing a dog in this state can be an emotional experience for all involved, and as well as this, fostering as many animals as they do can have other consequences, but they wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, apart from not being able to go on holidays with fostering dogs and having so many of our own dogs, the only other negative to having foster dogs is breaking your leg. I was just stood in the field and they were running around. It's lovely to see them all running, and Dobby just lost control of it herself, came in behind me sideways and just took me out. The left-hand side of my ankle had come clean off. But yeah, that's the only hazard I can think of fostering.
We do regret in a way sometimes starting it, because we are young and it would be nice just to be able to flit off on holiday when we want to. But when you see the happy faces of the dogs and the cats and all the other animals we take in, sort of your regrets go away.
For Karen and Sarah, there's never a dull moment. But you know what they say about working with animals.
But just give you an idea.
Whoa! Stop!